Good morning, it's Tom Klein, and I am seeing things from a better vantage point. This is beautiful Lake Placid and Whiteface Mountain in the background. And for today's video blog, I want you to consider some of the things for year end. First of all, what are you doing in your business to unearth problems? Are you talking to your staff about problems they're seeing? Are you encouraging those problems? This is a way to make sure that you are solving problems before they become big and before they become really super expensive. So are you, to quote my good friend Sandy Zanino, are you treating your employees like they're your own internal customers? Really super important when it comes to making sure they're happy, making sure that they're not going to a regulatory agency or going to a lawyer because they said someone discriminated against them or other problems like that. I see it all the time. I know of one dealership whose parts department employee, they didn't have an exit interview in their processes, which is a mistake. You should have an exit interview process. And what happened was the employee was disgruntled and upset about a piece of Cat5 cabling. Cat5 is the cable that goes to the back of your computer to connect the internet. It's not electrical in nature, but he was very upset about that, and he went to the OSHA, and OSHA has now come in and they want to see the dealer's COVID policies and they want to see all these other documents, and so far they've spent $25,000 just on lawyers' fees. So do you encourage these problems from your employees about themselves, and then are you encouraging them to bring customer problems to you? Do you have a way to unearth these problems? Because if you do, then you're practicing good risk mitigation. And that's super important for keeping the problem small and inexpensive. And obviously, an inexpensive problem is a better problem. And the sooner you can fix those problems, the less expensive they're going to be. That's where the expression, your first loss is your best loss. That's where that comes from. So make sure you're trying to ask those questions of your employees. Ask them frequently. What problems do you have? What problems do you have? So they know when they see you, you're going to ask. And then they can feel free to speak. They can be free to speak with you about them. Also, and finally for today, don't forget all the year-end notices you're supposed to send out. And I have a list here I'm going to read from: the Newborn and Mothers Health Protection Act, the Women's Health and Cancer Rights Act, Premium Assistance under Medicaid, and the Children's Health Insurance Program, or the CHIP program. Do you have creditable or non-creditable coverage for your health insurance? Have you sent out a summary for your 401k annual report, the FTC privacy notice, and don't forget GINA, the genetic information disclosure. And if you want a list of those, feel free to reach out to me and I'll get them to you. So that's it. Encourage problems. Consider that as a new paradigm for your way going forward. I'm Tom Klein, and thanks for seeing things from Lake Placid and a better vantage point.